And she made breakfast, not the best, but it was so good.
Excuse me.
So she does the little things. I appreciate that. I love that.
Just putting your own happiness first as well makes me very proud.
My name is Venersha. I'm 58 years old. Got 3 beautiful daughters and 1 grandson, and a very funny and humorous husband at home. And I work in corporate. I'm a digital software developer. And my free time, I love baking and cooking and feeding my family and friends.
I'm Pri. I'm 21 and I'm a final year uni student. Final year, I'm hoping. And I'm studying media and communications, like social media, working as well. My free time I'm dancing.
How long have you been dancing and supporting her doing that?
I think I've been dancing for around, my maths is pretty off, but maybe like 6 to 8 years now.
Her dad is very much into music, so from an early age he introduced them to 80s music, R&B, so very old school. And we used to have discos at home, so he's actually got disco balls and things like that. Yes, he does. So we introduced them to the disco era and stuff.
How did that impact your relationship? Can you see that there's a difference between your siblings' relationship to your mom? How has it different changed over time, like this for you?
The age gap's pretty big, like my older sister's 10 years and the other one's 8 years. The way I see the two is kind of like my oldest sister was also kind of like my second mum. My mum and my sister are very like similar too as well. I'm not gonna go to my mum for something, like I go to her. They would kind of like mother me at the same time. And then the younger sister was kind of like my age, like we would always play games, more young at heart. But our relationships are pretty still the same as well. I think mum has a very different relationship with all 3 of us. Yeah.
They're very different personalities, all 3 of them, but they all got that inherent kindness. That's what I'm so proud of, because when the girls are together, it's always about laughing and enjoying every moment. I use food as a way to get them together. So like on a weekend, I'll say, oh, I'm making something nice, and okay, Mom, we're gonna be there in 5 minutes, and it's like they're back home, and yeah. Priya is very determined, very goal-orientated. She knows what she wants to go for it. Dance, she was determined. When she switched to hip-hop dancing, she said, Mom, I want to be able to perform. And I think the proudest moment for me was when she entered the World Hip-Hop Dancing Competition in Mexico. Yeah,
That's so scary.
and it's her first trip overseas, and I was so nervous when she went on the first trip. It's because she's never been far from us from home, and whenever we went on a holiday, it was like we took her for a holiday, and this was the first time. It was tough for me because I was constantly thinking, oh, did she arrive? What's she doing in Mexico? And she phoned me in Mexico to say there's a problem with the flights, and I'm telling her, Dad,
Typical mom though, like to call me when you land, like calling every day, sending photos. She was more excited to see like everything. Every time I FaceTime her, it was like the quickest she'd ever pick up.
Do you guys FaceTime often, or just your phone?
I think I call a lot, because I'm with her like, almost all the time. If I'm not with her and I'm doing something else, and I always like FaceTime her.
We've got a family chat, 3 family chats, constantly calling each other and FaceTiming each other. And my husband's very humorous, so he tends to send a lot of jokes, and we actually communicate every single day, all 3 of us, you know, with the kids as well. So I think it keeps us connected.
So when do you feel the most connected to each other?
We definitely like eat a lot. Like she mentioned food, but like we like to go out to eat a lot of food, or we eat at home. Shopping as well. Anything that I would see online and I'd be like, hey, like I'll show her this, and she'd be like, yeah, I'm already like adding it to my basket. I already saw that too, like I'm gonna go get that too. So she's like equally as much as a consumer than me. So we like bond in that kind of sense. We shop a lot. Yeah, just like doing like little things together, like watching movies. She's really into her like K-dramas. She's watching a lot of them. So I'll be coming home from work and like, oh my gosh, what are you watching? So, you know, something new every time with her. So I kind of just have those times that we bond together, like similar interests.
Is there a story that you always come up on mind to your mom that she's told you about?
The most like key memories that I actually hold is like, even though she was working full time, like she was handling 3 girls at the same time, she was also wanted to put her own passions first, her own interests first. So whether that was baking, like she loves baking, or making food, like especially like a cultural food, or it was like doing like little like arts and craft things. So especially because I was a young kid, so I would kind of hang out with my mum a lot. And I remember like the most memorable moments would be like she'd be working and I'd be sitting next to her like making some like arts and craft things, and like trying to help, but I was not really helping. Or it'd be like making, we'd have like these specific like, it's like a cultural food. So she'd be like doing catering for that, so I'd try to like help in. I pretend like I was an employee because I didn't have a job before. So I like, took it like really seriously too, like it was like a full-time job.
And I paid her.
Like little coins. Things like that, like even her baking, like she'll try to teach me how to like frosting and stuff. So I hold those very dearly, like those type of memories. Definitely shaped a lot in terms of my personality, just being able to do things without thinking.
A piece of advice that your mom has kind of told you about is like there's always something that you can never forget.
I think she speaks a lot about kindness, especially when I was going through school, high school friends, all of that. She would always say kindness is your strongest trait. She'd always say like, I forgot what it was, but I don't remember. It was like,
You can change people with kindness.
yeah, it was something along that line.
My gran used to say that to me as well. She says the same thing. No matter what people do to you, the more you're kind to them, the more you can change them.
There's something that you've learned from Priya that you kind of taken on yourself and like in your own way that you live around life. Is there something you've learned from her?
I think with Priya, a personality, just setting a mind on something and just getting it done, that actually changed my mindset as well at one stage, because I was between careers and I realized, you know what, although I'm old, for 50, I can still make a change. She's constantly changing and evolving, and I thought to myself, and then the girls told me, and that's what I loved, is the fact that they encouraged me, and they said, Mom, you're not old, just go for it. I changed careers completely. I think it's the best decision I ever made, because now I'm happy.
I can see a change in her too. Like before she was very like in her shell. In my type of personality, I kind of just go for it. I can kind of see her doing that now too. Whether that's like little things, like she is afraid of height. You would never catch, even going on an escalator, like I always used to hold her hand like she's creeping onto me. And then we went to like, I think it was the Easter or something, and she's like, I'm gonna go on a ride. And I was like, where's my mum go? And so like she went on a ride. It was like going up and down really high, and she was like so excited. It makes me very happy and proud to see her like, you know, do that.
What was the moment that you felt truly seen and loved by Priya?
She makes my special days very special. Like I remember last year, Mother's Day, she said, Mom, don't come up from your room, just change. And I go down and she made this beautiful little basket and she made breakfast. Not the best, but it was so good.
Excuse me.
The eggs were burnt. It was good, you know, in the sense that it was so well done. But I ate it all.
Yes, thank you.
But it's the whole experience. Oh, she made it so special. That's what I like. I don't like them spending megabucks to make me feel important. I like the little things, like the way she did everything and the way she cooked and messed up the kitchen. That's what our lives is. It's not perfect. It's messy. It's everything in between. We get through everything, and that's what I appreciate with my girls, and they are there for me as well.
What's the moment that made you feel most loved and seen?
She shows up for me a lot, especially when I like was going through like, you know, the whole dance, just different things that I wanted to do. Started my childhood until like I was probably like 13 or 14. I was doing track for a very long time, and my mum was always supporting me. We would go to like the field across her house for like 2 to 3 hours, and she would just stand there and be like my little coach. And every like events that I would have, she'd come there. And I get so excited every time she'd come because she'd bring me so much food. But I was so hungry after a race. But she'd come there, like she'd always film me. Every moment that I didn't know was captured, she actually captured it. And I think she's just always been very supportive in that like aspect. Then when I took up dance and, you know, doing battles, she's always like in the front row. She always put me like, is there a seat like close by I can see you? Like I need to make sure I can see you. I'm like, yes, don't worry, like reserve the spot for you.
Yeah.
What made you come in and do this with superior hair?
I think my mom loves everything hair and makeup. She loves to feel good and look good as well. I'll be honest, like half of my stuff, like makeup and everything, I kind of get from her. I'll just go into her room. She knows that. She'll be like, oh, did you go to her room? I'm like, no. But like, she has everything. So she just loves to invest in herself a lot. And I think being like myself personally, being in the creative scene a lot, working on things like this, it's very fun, it's very different as well from like, you know, everyday things that you do. And for her to kind of see that, and she shows up for me in dance and stuff, she hasn't been on the other end, and I kind of wanted her to experience that as well. And I feel like it just went really well, just like, I feel like she feels very confident, you know, happy right now, but it's also a good experience for her. They say like it's your mom's first time doing too, so I think they need to have that experience. Yeah.
It was a good opportunity to do something with Priya. I normally do anything with all three girls, and this is the first time I'm doing in a while since she's grown up. She's allowed me to do something close to her. So, like since she finished school, it's like she's got events with her friends, and it's always something else that's happening. When she has something that involves me, I sort of very quick to say yes. It's an opportunity to spend time with her, and it's something I enjoy as well.
And if you could say one thing that you don't say out back, you haven't said out back before, what would you say?
I would say I'm very proud of you. Like, I feel like I don't say that a lot, but I'm very, very proud of you.
Thank you.
Because I feel like everything that you've gone through, like coming here, the jobs you've gone through, putting yourself first for everything, and just putting your own happiness first as well, it makes me very proud. Yeah.
Oh, it feels so good. For Priya, everything she does on a daily basis, independence, and as soon as she finished school, she's sort of adopted these very independent traits. I'm really proud of the fact that she's so focused on what she wants to do in life. It's like she's decided she wanted to travel, and she's paid for her own travels. She wanted a car, she's paying for a car now. She sort of doesn't put any pressure on us. She works hard for what she wants, and I think that makes me so proud, is because she really, focused on herself, but at the same time, she doesn't forget who we are.
Never have I ever borrowed something without asking from other person.
What did you say?
I borrow stuff from my husband. I know with Priya, sometimes a hairspray or something, I just take it without telling her. So,
I feel like there's a bit more.
yeah. I don't think I have. I'd say I have not.
Okay.
I never, oh no, I don't think so. Sorry, that was just a joke, but I would say I have not.
I've just used like, like makeup, like a hair, like straightener, stuff like that.
Never have I ever done something annoying to get your attention. Like when you were younger maybe, or even now.
I don't know, no.
When I was little, I'd play a lot like with things in the house and stuff, and I think I used her makeup one time, but I didn't know what I was doing. I was very young, so we were like 6 years old, and I remember I think I put her lipstick like all over the mirror and everything. But because like I was playing by myself, and then my mom was like, I don't know what she was doing, but my sisters weren't at home, because if I wasn't playing with my sisters, I'd play by myself like with my mom. But she didn't want to give me attention that day, so I kind of was like, okay, I'm gonna play with your stuff then.
Oh yeah, I remember that. And my stilettos as well. My favorite ones, when, I don't think, freaked out.
Yeah.
Have I ever been surprised by something really thoughtful you did?
I've been surprised. My kids love writing cards, and then sometimes surprising me with things that I wouldn't expect them to get for me, like a gift. And the one year she got me something I really needed that I never thought about getting for myself. So yeah, it's a little moment. Also, sometimes just cooking me something that I like, or just making me a cup of tea out of blue, and then, she never does it for a while, and then comes and just makes me something. So she does the little things. I appreciate that. I love that.
I feel like my mom is a little bit bad at surprises. Like when she's planning something, I can't really know what's happening. But I kind of go on the same front. Sometimes I come home and she'll like get something, like she'll give me a little hauls of everything she buys. But then she always like buys like 1 or 2 things for me, or like when she goes out, she'll think of something that she'll like bring home, and I'm like, oh, like I didn't even know like that was a thing. Similar in the same thing, things that I didn't even know I wanted for myself. She kind of spoils me that sense.
I sort of watch a lot what they do and what they wear. If I know Priya likes a top or something, I sort of think, oh, exactly, let me get it on a special moment.
Yeah, especially like I think growing up, because I was going through like different styles and everything like that. So would she get me things that are like, oh, I'm like too grown for that now. But then I think the last few years she'd like find me little things and I didn't know, and I'm like, wow, like that actually is nice. Like I didn't expect that. So it's like she's getting like, she's understanding a bit more now.
Yeah.
Have I ever copied something you've done without realizing?
I have copied. I think Priya's fashion style as well. She's sort of adopted the street style of dressing for quite a few years, and I found that I liked it, and I do sort of use a bit of her style and changed a bit as well in my dressing. I think I love that.
I feel like I picked up on her mannerisms and her personality and everything, but anything else I don't think so. I feel like I'm influencing her more nowadays.
So move on to
Yeah. Yeah.
thumbs up.